Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall Season of the Deep intel. And in this video, we're going to be taking you through this week's Nightfall, which is the Fallen Saber Strike. We will be doing this on the Grandmaster difficulty, but all of the strategies that we will be utilizing in this video will, of course, still work for the lower level difficulties, or if you're trying to attempt this solo. If you can complete this strike this week, you will earn yourself the Loaded Question Fusion Rifle, and if you can complete it at the Grandmaster difficulty, you will earn yourself the Adept version of said weapon. We're going to take you through several different cheeses and different glitches that will help in any difficulty of this strike. If you enjoy this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Lightfall content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel, and we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. We'll also be doing another giveaway when we reach 1,000 followers on Instagram, and when we reach 100,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, we will be giving away an Xbox Series X. Also, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comment section to be entered into the next giveaway for this video. Remember, I do that secret hashtag on all videos, so if you haven't done this in a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. Now, the very first glitch that we're going to be covering is for the Warsat. Now, this is probably one of the most difficult sections of the strike if you try to do it straight out. But because of this nifty glitch, which I'm sure most people know, but I'm still sure a few don't, you can actually make this particular part of the strike one of the easiest sections simply by doing any of the sitting emotes that you see us doing here. I like to use the pop the chair emote, but essentially just going to either one of these slats on this particular side of the Warsat and doing the emote when pressed up against the Warsat will phase you into the Warsat. You can then sit in the circle without any of the enemies actually attacking you. Just ride out the timer. All the enemies other than the champions will eventually disappear, so you don't have to worry about missing out on a platinum run. The champions that would be in this section will remain. You can then just take them out without anything else interrupting you. Big shout out to my buddy Sinister. He actually found the perfect emote, in my opinion, when you lie down on the couch. That's a great one. I've used a couple of different ones, but really any sitting emote when either on this side of this particular slat that's on the Warsat or on the opposite side where you saw in the beginning usually will work. I would actually recommend this side over the other one, but you can decide for yourself. Try them both out, see what works best for you. Pop the chair emote has been around for a while and is a very easy go-to. So just make sure that if you're doing any of these things that you actually are phased into the actual Warsat, because there are chances where if you're not in the right position or if you're not using the exact right emote, that you won't be phased in enough. So you want to make sure that at least your head is sticking into the Warsat. Just a way to check yourself. But once you're done with that, we're going to be moving on to the next section, which is, in my opinion, a complicated one, as the strategies vary, and I've never really seen too many people use what I consider to be the easiest strategy, which is essentially just going into this side of the room. Everybody likes to go into the tunnel side of the room. I don't like that side of the room. Things can come at you from both angles, and eventually you might just find yourself getting trapped. But if you head over to this side of the room where these stairs are, not only are you protected from anything that's on the opposite side of the room, nothing will actually come over here. The only thing you really have to look out for in the first stages of this particular zone is the invisible enemies that will make their way over to this side of the stairs. But if you have a fire team, or if you're by yourself and you're just looking out for those invisible guys, you will be fine. And if you get caught, you can actually phase underneath the stairs, similar to how we did the Warsat. Now, once we get to the invisible electric fence zone, this can be an annoying spot. A lot of things will, of course, kill you in this area, but there is one very easy way to cheese it. Run and slide. Running and sliding makes you go faster. A lot of people think running and jumping and swinging will help you go faster. Actually doesn't, and there is an off chance that if you run by any of these enemies when you're jumping and swinging, you'll get drawn to them, and then you hit an exploding shank and you blow up. So use the run slide technique and you should be fine. And for the hardest part of this strike, which is inevitably the final boss room, there is a very easy strategy that is a great equalizer for people who are doing this in a group at the Grandmaster difficulty, or if they're trying to attempt this solo at any difficulty, most likely the slightly lower level ones. Simply make your way over to the right corner of the room as you enter. Now you can do this on both sides of the room, but we're going to utilize the right side first and then switch over to the left side towards the last phase of the boss encounter. On the right side and the left side, near where the electric fences come through, there is a slight deviation in the wall where you can actually stand between where the electric fences are and the actual wall itself. This allows you to have cover on that side of the room from both the boss as well as all the other enemies, while still being able to do damage and not get killed by the fences. Now, the things that you're going to need to remember to do is obviously make sure you have some form of healing, whether or not it's a healing rift or if you have a Well of Radiance Warlock. This is going to be your time to shine. If you're a Titan, this is where your shield barriers are going to be the go-to factor. You want to use them to mitigate as much damage from the boss when they charge you as possible. As you can see here, a lot of the times the boss will actually get stuck behind the walls that come up out of the ground for a particular damage phase. If that happens, you sort of luck out. But there are occasions where the boss will simply just go around those things and come charging at you right against the wall. The electric fences are not going to really be the big problem, though you can get caught out from them if you're not paying attention. It's really going to be that particular portion when the boss actually charges you. All the other enemies will stay in the middle, and though some of the barriers can be annoying as they will sort of hang out on the opposite side of the room or hang out in the middle at the appropriate time when there's a wall rising out of the ground to block you from actually being able to shoot them, overall, they'll be fairly easy to take out so long as you're in this zone. But, like I said, when the boss does charge you, that's going to be the point where you want to throw up a barricade or a healing rift or a Well of Radiance, just for that one particular spot if the boss does somehow get up onto the platform and charge you. For the very last phase, you're going to want to switch to the opposite side. Now, that's because there's a little bit more cover from the terrain as the walls on that side of the room actually rise up quite a bit higher. So you're going to have a lot more cover from all the other enemies, most notably the exploding shanks, that will have to sort of traverse around those walls in order to get you rather than just sort of float up the area where the invisible fence comes. But up until that point, you will be fairly covered on this side of the room, and for that last phase, you'll have a good bit of time where you'll have the boss sort of bottlenecked running right directly towards you to just do full-blown damage, and you should be all set. I really encourage everybody to do this strike this week, as it is also double rewards. So if you're looking for any sort of endgame mats or a whole bunch of rolls on the loaded question, this is probably the best time to farm. It's probably the best strike to farm currently that we've had all season. Fallen Saber's been around for a really long time. It's a very quick strike, and considering some of the alternatives like what we had last week with the Light Blade, I would put this as probably my favorite strike currently in the Nightfall rotation. Hopefully this will help you out this week, and hopefully you'll be able to get yourself a ton of exotics, as I think I got 4 in this one particular strike. As you can see, I put down the well right in time. As you can see in this clip, I got a whole bunch of other rolls. We were doing every single run in, I think we got it down to about 16 minutes between 16 and 23 minutes, depending on who we were doing it with. Shout out to Brian, because he was helping us in this particular strike. I'm sure he doesn't care that I'm giving him a shout out. And of course, a big shout out to Sinister for helping us out. Thanks so much for watching. As always, if you've watched to this point in the video, please leave a hashtag Fallen Saber or a hashtag Lightfall or a hashtag State of the Game, because we did get news on the upcoming state of the game and how Destiny will be progressing moving forward in the comment section down below. And once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching as always, and of course, we will see you next time.